these days, oh-my-opencode went to really viral, but this wasn't not my first AI project. Maybe it was like maybe my first AI project stuff would be like when when ChatGPT was firstly introduced to the public. I reverse engineered the ChatGPT web at the moment because there weren't API for ChatGPT at the moment. So I made some kind of projects like AI shell or something like that, which is a pretty simple thing that if I query about something, then it generates the shell code and it executes it. So basically, if I made it as a for loop, then I might have created some kind of cloud code or whatever. So
Yeah.
there was
what I remember is that it was an AI shell, right? It's like a natural language shell, like Copilot X, right?
Yeah. So I felt like this kind of experiences, like the natural language, would be the perfect interface for the terminal at the moment. So I thought it would be a super great idea to wrap the whole terminal experiences with the natural language. So basically, it's kind of a basic cloud code idea.
My name is Sigrid, and we're going to cover the creator of oh-my-opencode. So like oh-my-opencode went really viral on like X and Twitter and Reddit for those who are the folks enjoying the vibe coding and using kind of coding setup agents. So I was really like thrilled to have introduced to Yeongyu Kim, in the creator of oh-my-opencode, on the podium. So please welcome her. Thanks for coming to this very novice channel.
It's actually my first kind of YouTube interview or podcast or whatever. So I'm nervous too. So
interesting. So cool.
So you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So this is a very early version of my OpenCode presentation because it was like on the version 2. I made this presentation like on the version 2, so it might be some outdated stuff, but like still it's a very good introduction documentation. So so my OpenCode is OpenCode's #1 battery included plugin. It says on the screen that I got 2,000 stars, but like now it has 17K stars, which is pretty a lot. Yeah, it used to be like this. Like now I have so much more commits and stars. So on here, although it's a Korean, this is a rank of the GitHub projects which are created in 2025 December. So I was ranked at 7th, but like now I am maybe right after the Ultrawork. So kind of demo screenshot of my project, but as I said, this is from version 2. So the main agent is now called Sisyphus, not Omo on here. I had to change the name and had to do some rebranding because there were some folks saying, "Hey, Omo sounds like Homo, so you should change your name."
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know it.
Oh. Yeah. I thought it would be like super.
Yeah. So Sisyphus was not the first name.
Yeah, Sisyphus is actually my another personal project.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, there was Omo is kind of a separated project, and I decided to do some rebranding. And just by changing the names cannot be rebranding, right? So I have to introduce some new stuff. So that's why I changed my name and made up my mind to introduce some new stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm here with the V3 with some orchestrated stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway. Gotcha. So this is what made me to make this plugin and made some dramas for the Entropic. So I just really hated Claude Code's blinking cursor, and OpenCode's TUI looked beautiful.
Mm.
And, I really wanted some kind of multimodal support, which Cloud Code didn't have.
Mm.
There were not many plugins at that moment, so the plugin APIs were there, but the ecosystem was not that mature until I made this plugin. So I thought like OpenCode was like pretty great in terms of the TUI and the client stuff and the overall architecture, but in terms of the agent harness performance itself, they seemed not interested in those stuff that much. So I thought there were some things that I can do with those as a plugin. So I started it as a Cloud Code compatibility plugin, and I'm like, and this OpenCode has multimodal features. So I thought like, okay, then I can implement some cool stuff like Oracle and Librarian, which is from the AMP code.
AMP code.
So, it is not available. It's available, but anyways, I thought it would be super awesome if I can use all of this stuff from the AMP code with those existing subscriptions.
Okay, how did you get to know OpenCode and AMP code in the first place? Like most of people only know like Cloud Code, or even like those who are really into the like coding CLI agent stuff. They once used Codex or Gemini CLI, but everybody only knows what Cloud Code is in these days, right? So what brought you to like have like interest in OpenCode and AMP code in the first place?
So I'm a serious X addicted person.
Okay.
So there were, if I at the time when I opened the X feed, there were so many people talking about AMP code is super great, but it's like super expensive at the same time. And so I thought, and after I saw those kind of posts, I once tried it, and I also had the same experiences. Those multimodal feature was really great, like the Oracle stuff when debugging is required. But it was super expensive. I used like $50 like in 2 hours. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so it was really good, but it was really expensive at the same time. So yeah.
Okay, then why did you choose OpenCode? There are lots of like other coding CLI agents like Killer Code, or there are so many coding CLI agents that tries to support like multimodal. Like you can just bring your like open router key. You can just like attach it, then we do support on the use it in the first place. But one of my friends always complain that when it comes to using those like and the open routers and random models, and it seems like the agentic behavior is significantly degraded against the other like Cloud Code or other stable coding AI agent. So that's what I heard in the first place. So then, why did you choose OpenCode then?
I don't want to make any enemies, so I just like the OpenCode TUI.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm a really coding agent addicted.
Okay.
So I am one of the not the. I cannot say that it's first, but I'm kind of an early bird user of the client. Kilocode, Cursor. Yeah, even those Korean people didn't know about what Cursor is. I used Cursor.
Oh, really? When was it? It's around 2023?
Yeah, 2023. But like Korean people started to use like a 2024 February or March.
Yeah.
Some early adopter Korean programmers started to using Cursor at the moment, because that was the moment when they have Composer, I guess, which is
Composer. Yeah, so true.
Yeah, semi-agent stuff.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, so I started to use Cursor even before those stuff, when they only support some kind of chat stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're really like kind of X addict, so you might be able to follow the trend much faster than other guys, right?
Yeah. I'm seriously X addicted. I should stop it.
Oh no, you were running kind of one of the kind of like biggest open source, then you should do it in the first place.
Yeah. Now it's I have to be more serious for now, but like it's always good to have some balances. So.
Yeah. So here's another like question. Like when it comes to browsing some GitHub, like I would be able to find some other side projects that tries to fork OpenAI's Codex or Google's Gemini CLI. Well, Cloud Code is basically all closed source. So the other contenders against the Cloud Code, they try to open source their like code, right?
Yeah.
Then why don't you go straight to the Codex or Gemini CLI? But why did you choose open? Well, you said it's beautiful, just the UI is
Yeah.
beautiful, but
Yeah.
well, you might have some thought behind it.
I really love the Codex TUI too because it's really smooth, right? And also, I'm not a fan of Gemini CLI, but I think it's pretty decent too. There are some famous forks like Quencode, right?
Yeah, Quencoder, yeah.
Quencoder. So the first thing is, I wanted to make this project kind of famous, which succeeded. In order to do that, what I thought was like I have to leverage this ecosystem.
Gotcha.
That's why I named like oh-my-opencode thing. So there were there were some oh-my naming stuff on other scenes.
Like oh-my
ZSH
or shell.
Oh-my fish, those stuff. But there weren't any of them. There weren't any of oh-my Cloud Code, oh-my
oh-my Gemini.
Yeah, oh-my Gemini or whatever. Now there are so many oh-my namings on here to try to copy the oh-my-opencode stuff.
So true.
Yeah, but like I was the first one who named like that. But yeah, so it's kind of a strategic choice to leverage those ecosystem, the platform.
Gotcha. Interesting. So okay, so basically, oh-my-opencode is like kind of extension of opencode, or is a fork of opencode?
So it's just a plugin,
Plugin. So what is plugin?
Oh, okay. So you can easily think of it like a VS Code extension.
VS Code extension.
Yeah, VS Code extension. But like, I don't know. Today I read today I read a command from Discord community, like the OpenCode Discord community, that oh-my-opencode is a plugin. This oh-my-opencode is a plugin disguised fork. That's what I saw because because the overall experience is pretty damn different.
Yeah, I have never used just a pure open code. So like what brings kind of differences like when it comes to just a pure open code, and there's like oh-my-opencode, like when it comes to looking at the stress, everybody talks, I just like really love oh-my-opencode. And what do you think is the most biggest difference that happens there?
The plain opencode doesn't have any guided workflows. So if you install and try to use the oh-my-opencode, there is a magic keyword called Ultrawork.
ULW.
Yeah, ULW as a shortcut. So now I got some kind of a meme on the my community.
Yeah, ULW.
Just ULW, whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but like everybody loves to use it.
How to pronounce it? ULW.
I don't know. It sounds really stupid, right?
Yeah, really stupid.
Yeah, like,
stupid. AI is smart.
Yeah. Humans are stupid. AI are stupid. Yeah, that's a really good thing. Anyways.
Yeah, that's a really good thing.
Yeah. So if you try to use that keyword like you use ultrathink on the Cloud Code, then there's that's where magic happens. So it spawns many sub agents asynchronously in the background to discover the whole code base to understand what's going on here and what to do, and then like synthesize those explored contexts, and then it calls plan agent inside of there. And then the plan agent responds with those created plans, and the main agent, Sisyphus, makes all of them as a to-do list. And he cannot stop until all of the to-do is completely marked as done. So basically, if you can specify what you want to do with the keyword Ultrawork, it will going to use a lot of tokens though, but it will write the code for you for the exact path where it should ideally be. So that's what Ultrawork does, which OpenCode does not offer by default.
Yeah, so true. So I think like when it comes to your my open goals workflow, so basically there's kind of orchestrator, and
Yeah.
orchestrator plans the subtasks, and each
Mhm.
subtask are assigned to the sub agent, and it delegates the whole work, whole like sub task to the sub agent, and
Mhm.
then sub agent does its work and call back the result to the orchestrator. Then it
Mhm.
can refer to the result of the sub agent and do the task for each, right?
Yeah. So the Sisyphus is like a team leader or whatever. So Sisyphus is Opus by default.
Opus, okay.
Yeah, but there are some the curated agents. Imagine you can write some Django code while you can look into the exact inside implementations. Sisyphus can do that.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
I just have like two questions. The first is that when it comes to assigning specific models to the agent roles, agent persona, how did you choose it? Like, for example, when it comes to Sisyphus, for example, well, Opus 4.5 is amazing. Well, but
Yeah.
Gemini 3 Pro could be amazing too. So
Mhm.
why did you choose the Opus 4.5? And if you have any kinds of like benchmark or standard that helps you to decide which model is best for the specific personas.
Yeah. I wanna, look to be as an expert, but like what I mostly do is some kind of vibe checking.
Vibe checking, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use it, you can see it, like how the model behaves, what kind of characteristics that they have. For example, Opus is really good at tool calling stably, like the exact tool that they have to call, while they generate some decent code in general. Gemini is pretty different. I mean, like I stayed up the whole night when Gemini 3 Pro have launched.
Wow.
To do some experiments.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody went so crazy at the time, right? Like Gemini 3. Yeah.
Oh, that's Gemini 3. Like we are looking forward to get a new one. So that was the sentiment of the community at the time.
Yeah. Actually, there was the moments when there was the moments that made me to try OpenCode for the second time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to try the Gemini 3, because Gemini CLI was not available for me at the time. I'm not sure why I cannot use it, but like I was not able to use Gemini CLI at the moment.
You're blocked by Google DeepMind before Anthropic.
Nah, no, never. I mean, like there are some abusers who are trying to use anti-gravity credentials to the OpenCode.
Yeah.
And never, I don't think it's a good thing. Anyways.
Yeah. Cool.
So it's all about the vibe checking and experimenting, I should say.
Okay. So another thing is that how do you make those some agents? So for example, when it comes to librarian, you said that you refer to the AMP Codes library and stuff. And how do you prompt this kind of sub agent stuff? And when it comes to front end agent, what help you to create those system prompt?
Yeah. Shout out to Anthropic. Their front end skills. Yeah, I mean, like the very first version of front end UI UX engineer, the front end engineer agent was like just its system prompt was just literally the front end skill at the very first time.
Yeah.
So for the front end stuff, shout out to Anthropic, and I don't know, like the main agents Sisyphus prompting is I read the Droid CLI agent blog.
Oh, Droid CLI. Oh wow.
Droid CLI. So they have some kind of prompting called intent gate.
Okay.
Which is to guess the intent from the user, and they said that it is their recipe to get some great scores on the terminal bench. So I got some inspirations from them. So that's why how I prompted them like, and then I saw some people talking about AMP code, and AMP code somehow calls those sub agents really well. So I don't know. Maybe I thought like, okay, then it would be great to mix those AMP code and the Droid stuff, but I was not able to see the AMP code system prompt at the time. So I just had to guess, like, so I had to know mix between the intent gate, like if this situation you must delegate to this agent, if this situation, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so like you made your eval by your own eyes, by your own hands. Yeah. Gotcha.
My own hands, my eyes, my brains,
Okay. Can you continue to the next slide then?
Yeah. Actually, it's more comfortable for me to do on this.
Okay.
So my job was, this is a Korean Telegram talking about talking about my friends on the Telegram sharing my OpenCode setup. So they're talking about like if I extract this zip file, then can I set this? And they tagged me and they laughed, so I thought like my job these days was like OpenCode installation technician and a setup sharing person. So I feel like it's not good thing. So I made it to wrap it as a plugin, and did some commenting on the X, and it went viral. So yeah, so that's the thing. So what happened behind, and yeah, it got really viral, So Dex, the open code CEO, I don't know, CEO either, I don't know. Dex have shout outed me, the original post, but as you can see from this picture, my account got suspended.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did your account suspended?
I don't know exactly, but like after this shout out, I've got so many followers at a very short time. As soon as I reached the 1K followers, I got some notifications that you lost. I don't know, your account got suspended because some kind of bot or spamming or whatever. So it's gone.
Have you sent on Twitter like support center to recover your
Yeah,
account?
but I got no replies.
You should like write down oh my like rock, then well they will ban it forever.
I'm a super fan of Elon Musk.
Okay, it's a nice
But
one.
I'm not a fan of Grok. Sorry.
Oh really? Oh, why you are not a fan of Grok? Like some guys are sustaining that Grok coder is kind of decent.
Grok code is good. It is good because it is cheap and fast.
Yeah. So everyone.
And it's not smart.
Not smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
The default setup of the Explorer agent is Grok code, as you said. It's good for those simple tasks. I really love it. But like, cannot be my daily driver because it is not smart enough.
Gotcha. I don't understand.
So next slide is about Sisyphus on here. The image. By the way, the man on here is my friend's face.
Oh really?
Yeah, my friend's face.
Who drew this design? Is it Nano Banana Pro?
Yeah, I took his picture without getting approval. And just, hey, can I edit it? Like, he was kind of hesitated, but like, oh, I'm sorry, I already made it. Like, my friend made this picture.
Oh really?
Yeah, that Junho who got a love letter from Meta made this picture with Nano.
Oh really? Oh, nice one.
Yeah. Anyways, so this is why I named it as Sisyphus. So my goal is to make AI agent code to be indistinguishable from human written code. So Sisyphus is actually a story about reflecting human life, and I thought like because Sisyphus is not different from humans. Sisyphus agents can be not different from human too, so that's why I named it as Sisyphus. So this is from a Korean README, but like it's kind of a agent introducing part, like the Sisyphus, Oracle, Librarian, Explorer, those stuff that we've talked earlier.
Are there any plans to add more agent or like deprecate existing agent?
Yeah, that's a really good question because on V3, these agents would be mostly deprecated.
Oh, really? Oh, why did you choose in that way?
So I introduced a new interesting pattern, which is the model mapped with the category and the skills thing. So when the Sisyphus delegates its work as a spawning sub-agent stuff, it kind of determines what keyword can describe this task, like a category, like a general or writing, super logical, those stuff. It can spawn a new sub-agent with those category names, which is inside of them, mapped with a real model name. So like Ultrabrain is like a GPT 5.2, and like visual engineering is like Gemini 3 inside of it, and you can and the Sisyphus at the same time can select the skills what to work on with. So let's say visual engineering category plus front-end engineer skill makes this front-end UI UX engineer. So you can customize and expand infinitely.
Oh, interesting. So like it's a users up to composing skills and to create a new agent?
Yeah, they can manually create it.
Okay.
And Sisyphus can synthesize those.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like a meta agent that creates a new agent. I see.
Yeah, so it's like a meta work, I should say.
Oh,
Like,
it's really interesting. It's really interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
so far it was working really great. So I really love this idea, and I'm kind of having some plans to introduce some kind of marketplace to share these kind of setups because there were some great ideas in the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is hard coded stuff, but like I'm planning to make but on the V3 version, it is not hard coded anymore.
Interesting. There's so much interesting.
Yeah. So
when is the like upcoming date to V3 update?
So V3 is actually available as a beta, and
Okay.
I personally use it for everyday daily driver for my company work. So I would say it is pretty working fine on my setup, but this is open source and there were so many kinds of configurations that people have.
Mhm.
So I am getting some feedbacks by releasing it as a beta.
Mhm.
So maybe if nothing special thing happens, I'm gonna release it as a stable version within a week.
We know that. Oh wow, nice. Like who created version 3 then?
I'm sorry, what would be the question?
Like who created version 3? Who wrote the code of the V3?
The whole code base of this project is all 100% written by Sisyphus.
Wow, that's really amazing. Can you show me kind of how Sisyphus request to it?
Like a GitHub stuff, you mean?
Yeah, GitHub stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a really interesting thing. So Sisyphus is actually set up as a GitHub workflows. So it's like
Okay, can you share the screen? It's like only keynote.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm finding the screen, so wait a minute.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Closed. Okay, so this one would be super interesting to share.
Okay.
Share screen. So you know what Ralph is, right?
Yeah,
Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah.
What is Ralph?
So Ralph is kind of a stupid for loop for the agent system. So it's like a for loop until the agent says that all the work is completed. Yeah, it's kind of a very simple but effective at the same time, which is kind of interesting thing. So this is just a simple GitHub issue that you can actually see on my GitHub if you want to see. And there's an agent called Sisyphus and V3, and if I tag him, he spawns and he actually does some works. So he have investigated of Entropy official implementation of Ralph. And I made him to just do some investigations, and he commented as that. So this is kind of a simplified Debian, but also much more performance than Debian, I should say. But so it gave me some options to work on there, and like I tag him again to make PR with the Ulu keyword, and he spawns on there, and like maybe he created PR after that because there was here, but like it's not tagged. I don't know.
Gotcha. Where does Sisyphus runs it? Like so you deployed your own like kind of server in somewhere?
Yeah. So this is actually running on the GitHub Actions.
Okay, GitHub Action. Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I picked it as to run it on the GitHub Action is because GitHub Action is free for open sources.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I might look like a super cherry picker or whatever, but like, yeah.
Yeah, you're really super checker even before the GitHub Action. Well, that's not a GPU resource. It's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he can actually create some PRs like this.
Yeah.
So what I just do these days is like make PR Ulu, just Ulu. Like, literally everything I do these days.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's a quick question. Like, some folks says like it's really important to find the right time to intervene by human. So we call this a human in the loop. So give like appropriate feedback to help AI to keep in the right track. Or what I mean is that the humans original intent and AI's work could be diverted as time goes by. So how do you find those like reconciliation of between those conflicts?
So I don't know. There are some works, you are a really heavy user of coding agents, right?
Yeah, I do use lots of codecs in these days, and well, sometimes in Cloud Code, and oh-my-opencode as well. Really?
Oh, really?
Of course, I do use a lot.
So my philosophy is pretty simple. Do you have driver's license?
Well, I don't have it. How about
Oh,
you?
really? I don't have it too, but like
Okay.
these days, people talking about FSDs a lot, right?
Yeah. So Tesla's are FSDs, self-driving.
Tesla's FSD, self-driving. When the user have to interrupt on the stuff, it means that FSD is working not great, right?
Yeah.
I think this kind of perspectives should be applied on the coding agents too. That human in the loop is, I can say very aggressively or being some, have some clickbait speaking, but like I don't want to say like that, sorry. But I think the coding agents should help user to have some decent work plans, like those missing parts, catching thing. And after with those decent plans, then it should create those projects as we have planned planned before.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing that you have to do some human in the loop, I think it means two things. The first thing is you have not delegated the whole stuff appropriately. Or you may delegate the work very naively, so there were some missing points that you have missed, and that is a very natural thing. That's also what happens for like human communication and human co-working thing. But I still do think coding agents can really help them a lot because they can search and read so many codes at the same time in a very short time, and they can even ask to the user that are you meaning this? I think you missed this. I think eventually the coding agents should forward to that way that helps the software engineers recognition cost to be much lesser so that they can do much more work. And they can delegate the work so that which means that they can trust the coding agents. And that's what I'm thinking of the future will be like, and that's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. So like what I understand is that, well, first of all, people have, the general public has kind of prejudice over AI agent. Like, when it comes to using an AI, it will give like misconception or like misled results, so that I cannot trust it like kind of blindsidedly. So that's kind of the basic kind of like conception of the people or among them. So well, that brought, even when I was looking at some programmers, they do only try to ask the questions if you only have it, not just try to automate their work. So I think like, well, that is kind of experimental stuff at stage, I think, but like that kinds of like mindset is somewhat make difference. Like we don't say like self-driving cars are much dangerous to human driving. Like in 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, like some people think that there was a kind of mass opinion. But in these days, like nobody claims that self-driving car is not a threat. Yeah, when you go to Shanghai, everybody uses like kind of self-driving cars. So it's kind of matter of infrastructure, but it's not a technology itself. And the second thing is that you mentioned about plan mode. So can you specify what the plan is? Like when it comes to using for or the workflow that was introduced a bit some months ago, the people are talking about like the importance of tech spec. Like even the GitHub released a spec kit which promotes spec-driven development, and there's a lot of content that's saying it's really difficult to follow and update those tech specs strictly. Like when you're using a Cloud Code, like you also say like, oh well, Claude writes a mock test, and even like Claude writes a fake code inside kind of like a genuine code, so that test passes it, and users has really difficult time to understand like Claude made kind of wrongful doings to like kind of like hallucinates human beings, right? So what I mean is that how do you feel like when it comes to writing a plan So how much the plan should be detailed, or how do you like verify whether coding CLI agent successfully executed the subtask of the plan? Or yeah, what's your think about it?
So I'm just curious, like, do you write the whole plan document of your own?
It's not possible. It's not feasible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know that many people knows about this concept or not. Yeah, maybe it got introduced in the cloud recently. I heard some people talking about interview mode on the plan mode.
Yeah. There's interview mode saying like, oh, I'm a cloud. I just want to like interview the developer, human developer, and I want to get to know like more context of your queries. There's
so the plan mode should be. I think the ideal way of plan mode is like the descent plan mode is like the interview mode.
Interview mode.
Yeah, because when those kind of interview mode integrates with the Explorer agents of my oh-my-opencode concepting, it can literally do some kind of project consulting like real human developers does, like the real human freelancer developer does. Like, hey, I have this code base and I want to make this feature A, and like the human developers would act like, okay, let me see the code, like let me analyze this code. That's what human developer does on the planning thing, right? And I think the plan mode of the coding agents should be the same because they are not different from human, as I am thinking of. So just by clarifying and syncing of my thoughts with the coding agents, the plan on there would be like not some typical stuff that model already knows, like specific Django APIs or specific Django functions that model already knows. Like we don't have to write such, right? Because the model already knows it. Like if I say I want to make some onboarding flow, then it already knows what kind of methods and classes to leverage, right? But what we have to write on the plan instead is that the business stuff, like all of the context stuff that model doesn't know about it. So interview mode exists for this, I think. So my plan is mostly about those stuff that model doesn't know about it. Like model is super smart, but doesn't know about my thoughts inside of my brain.
Yeah,
I write those plans to sync what I'm thinking with the agent.
So like basically you write up detailed like prompt that your intent to the model, and the model writes kind of plan to implement those your queries, right?
Yeah, but like I'm a lazy person, so I don't write some super long detailed prompt.
Okay.
It's agent's role to figure out what I'm thinking.
Okay. So in that case, like you design your Sisyphus to ask the questions if the agent has somewhat in bake, somewhat in question.
Yeah.
Cool. Like what moment, like how the agent determines, or in that sense, I need to ask certain questions to the user.
So the intent gates and the system prompts has some instructions of it. So if anything is unclear, then it should stop and ask to the user. And still, the Sisyphus is some kind of a auto-driving thing that I don't want to interact with Sisyphus with a lot, because like when I use Sisyphus with the Ultrawork, it means that it is pretty obvious about what to do, but I don't want to explain something in super detail. So I want to do some like 1-line or 2-liner prompt with the Ultrawork. Then I can expect that it's gonna look at some kind of code that does A, B, C, and even implement the feature D on this place. If that kind of expectations that I can make, then I use the pure Sisyphus. And the V3 has new plan mode, which is the interviewing thing that I have mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always start with like, let's say we talked about the onboarding flow a lot. So let's say like, hey, I want to make onboarding flow, and it starts to ask questions like how would whole experiences would be like. Is there anything that I have to know about it? Is there any like some designs or the workflows or anything such thing that I have to know? It asks me.
Interesting. Okay, so okay, in that sense, like you might find like your agents to like kind of like working on experiment for like whether it gives a like get the right feedback after user gives the correct feedback. So okay, so like many people like have in consideration when the context getting much like complicated, and there are thousands of the like complexities have been applied to even in conversations and even in code.
Yeah.
Like they have in kind of in question, how do you manage those complexity at the first place? Like, so that's why people try to use ones for like cloud memory, or try to use a RAG, or like, well, there's whatever lots of like methodologies that try to challenge those kind of the context issues. So what do you think about that one?
I'm not a fan of those memory stuff because I never found that they are actually useful, because my workflow is I don't know, because my workflow is kind of unique. Because I have explore agents, then like it's kind of you can think of like a brute forcing or whatever, but because it discovers the code where to put A or B or C, I didn't have some, even if it's complex enough. Like let's say you have some 8 sub agents to find feature A, and that kind of stuff works with the plan mode that I earlier mentioned. Like that, you can write on the plan that like this part is super complex, so you have to understand this kind of workflow. Like this goes to here and this goes to here. You can write on that stuff on the plan file pretty precisely. So with those sub-agents patterns, I think everything can be easily solved. Not everything, but like most of the problems.
So when it comes to like working with like a long context, even like the cloud has like auto compact mode or kind of things, right?
Yeah.
So how do you implement those ones, or what do you think about like auto compact stuff in these coding Sierra agents?
Yeah. In terms of compaction, it's a really lots to talk about this topic. One of my favorite method to work on that is the notepad pattern, which is you can use it on the orchestrator, the V3 beta. So it's pretty simple that it writes on the notepad file about the new discoveries and what it has done. So it's basically like a handoff thing, but stays as a persistent file. So even if compaction have happened, the all things that models thought that it's important is all written in that file. So even on that, with the new orchestration, the V3, like no matter how many times the compaction happens, I never saw it got lost because of the compaction.
So okay, so in that sense, like when it comes to Cloud Code's auto compact mode, I think you have like experiment on that one. Like, what do you feel about that one?
I'm sorry, like
okay, so like when it comes to Cloud Code's like auto compact, like they have they once like explained that there are some strategies to like store the certain part of the previous history, the intent of it. Yeah, I have read those blogs. So like what were the strategies? Like even some people think that auto compact has been unsolved problems of the coding Sierra agents.
I think there are two monsters in this field about the compaction stuff.
Okay.
The first thing is the codecs, obviously. They run like a really long hours without any custom setups, right? So I don't know what magic they have done on their codecs harness, because their compaction happens on the cloud, so there's no way we can see it. But like the codecs compaction is really impressive. But I'm not a fan of codecs, so besides of it, I think the Droid is the monster of that compaction stuff. I don't know what, I read some blogs covering the Droid's compaction algorithm, that they do some kind of I don't know, maybe something like divide and conquer approach.
Divide and conquer approach. Okay.
Compaction thing, but like I cannot remember exactly what it was be like. But like the Droid compaction is really impressive. Like, have you tried Droid, by the way?
No, I've never tried Droid yet.
Yeah, you must try it. It's really impressive.
How do you feel like using a Droid CLI?
Droid is like, okay, so let's say oh-my-opencode is like a open code on steroids.
Okay.
Droid is like a code on steroids.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, so you referenced Droid CLI to put some strategies into the open code.
Yeah, but there's no way to customize those compaction logics as a plugin.
Okay.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. So can you just continue working on your slide?
Yeah, we talked a lot of
things.
But like, yeah. Okay. So do you see the screen? Because I cannot see.
Okay, I added you.
Yeah. So we're on here, and this slide is really outdated, like a month ago. So yeah, a month ago I had 2K stars, and now I have 17K stars now. So yeah, let's skip it. And it's really strong at refactoring because it has all of the AST grep stuff and LSP stuff. By the way, I saw the creator of the AST grep loves to use my project.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really fascinating experience, by the way. Anyway, so because it's a battery included plugin, there are so many features that is not covered on here. Like it removes some unrequired comments, so the model have to make the justification of the comments that it created or remove it. So in this way, you can keep your code base clean without having some verbose LLM generated comments. And like, because it has a lot of features, that's why I have created this keyword as a magic, trigger word, Ultrawork, just by typing this keyword in your prompt. Everything on this, every feature in this project will be triggered and enabled automatically. So that's why Ultrawork and Ulu thing on here.
Mm.
So yeah, the Ulu Ultrawork is about automating the whole process of finding and planning and working in one process. I thought it is pretty similar about automating those ultra think engineering that you said about before. Just curious.
Mm.
What do you think about this? Like ultra think engineering that you said.
Okay, so like when it comes to using an Ultrawork, then it tries to do anything that is using a kind of maximal stuff, right? That's sort of kind of basic the Ultrawork that we know. So first of all, like it was really interesting you to give kind of analogy for the agents to like getting those subtasks or injected into specific software, the its work. So what I mean is that the entire of task is not kind of like introduced or even explained to sub-agent, but only like Sisyphus delegates the specific work to the sub-agent, so that sub-agent only focus on that work. So that's what I understand, right? So it's like dependency injection theology, theories related to the this workflow here. And I think, so basically I think like when it comes to running the workflow, it is really like convenient for the most of the users, I think. It's like an FSD. It's like a kind of like auto work, like full options of like driving a car, driving a self-driving. But like when it comes to, for example, when it comes to for the users who are really like kind of incapable of crafting their own workflows, I think like there should be kind of a way to compose their own work. Like what I mean is that if you find that like specific tasks were delegated to the other sub-agents, then it should be kind of the power users would love to give a feedback, or power users would love to see how those like workflow works, and then even they can make a kind of like some modifications or give a kind of few shots or give a kind of the prompt adjustment on that point. So it's kind of iterative discussions happen here. Like some users think that the auto work is good thing, and the guys are thinking that it should be up to users to like steer the AI agent's functionality, right? So like I think like two groups are too much departed, too much kind of different perspectives they do, well, different situations they do have. So in that sense, I think like it depends on the what types of users it is.
That's interesting. So, as far as I understood, the ultra-think engineering that you said so far is something like you have to believe AI can do everything, and you have to
Like leverage AI and everything does. And the thing is, like, you need to understand, like,
yeah.
do a compose workflows. Like when it comes to those users who are not really into AI, they just use like cursor, and they say like, well, I do use AI, and AI results. Yeah, that's what they do. So I think in order to use AI much wisely, you need to understand what workflow happens on the code. So that those who are intelligent enough on the AI sector, they would love to want to compose some things up. That's what I think.
Oh, that's great. That's you're famous for this ultra Tom, so I just wanted to ask.
Ultra true, yeah, that's an ultra word. So thanks for using an ultra prefix on your word too.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, so I had some demo videos in here, but like I don't know where I put this. Is it? Oh, yeah, I have links on here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about. Wait, this video is Korean? Yeah, this video is Korean, so I'm gonna rather have another demo in live. So I'm gonna skip it. And the one thing is interesting is, I made some contributions on OpenCode main code base as my first time experience without reading a single line of code using oh-my-opencode. And they somehow merged this and they say like, oh, nice, it was a great catch, thanks. So it's a very fascinating experiences for me. And the Telegram message on here is talking about what's surprising thing is like, I don't know why this is working. And I read what is happening on there. And like all of the communications were happened by Gemini and Claude. And the contributor says, and the maintainer said to me, thank you a lot. And they're going to merge and it got merged. So I became some kind of a contributor of a very big open source. So it's, at the moment, the oh-my-opencode was like less than 1K stars. So before me having some big open source project on my own. So I was really happy at the moment.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So the installation process is kind of famous right now. It's because you can literally just by typing this, passing this sentence as a prompt to your agent, like with the oh-my-opencode readme on GitHub and install it as instructed. And it's gonna start the installation. And on the README, there are some parts for the LLM agents. And I think this kind of a trend. There were some similar things before, but I can probably say that I made this kind of thing as a trend because me after this, there are so many READMEs like skip reading this README, let your agents to read this, like LLM, the README for the agents, that kind of stuff, that kind of concept now pretty popular. Anyways, so you can use it right away. Blah blah. Blah, blah. Like I've got so many issues on here, like not only about the project, but like the whole GitHub issues and so many PRs in here. Just use Cloud Code. Don't use this.
Sorry.
No. I mean, like the viewers of this.
Viewers. Okay.
Yeah. There are some, the copy version of my-opencode and the Cloud Code.
How do you feel? How do you feel when you working with, or when you like looking at some like kind of your copycat or your Twitter reactions? What do you think? What's your opinion regarding on that? What's your reactions?
Well, first of all, it's very thankful because it means that I made somehow impactful work, right? And what's funny thing is one of the famous copycat on the Cloud Code, which is the oh-my-code Sisyphus, is created one of my friend, one of my close friend, and he got 1K stars and he made some meme coins with this.
Meme coin, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So that's interesting thing. Anyway, so there are tons of features that I am currently not introduced yet, and the copycats should work really fast to copy on them. So they must have to do some hard works. But what's interesting
thing is when you just by doing some copy stuff, you learn from them, right? And you will have your own ideas. So there are some copycats on there, but like there are actually some good ideas that they kind of originated. So I really loved it. I really love people do some oh my naming on the coding agents, because the more oh my thing on the coding agents gets spreaded, which means that my project got that kind of so much impact. So yeah, let's spread the word with the oh my thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. So what's your plan for the next some months for the oh my open code then?
Yeah, so it was clearly out of my expectation that it's when this kind of so much hit. But so I had to replan of my future, like the whole thing, because now I have so much opportunities and so many I got so many messages and mails about this kind of project and agent stuff or whatever. So I was pretty having some tough phase, because so many opportunities came to me at the same time. Then like they're all doing some kind of formal thing. They're like, this is a really great opportunity. This is a really great opportunity. You should do this. You should do this. Like I was very having some tough times, because there were so many information just came into my mind. Like one thing that I can one thing that I can say for sure is there are many things that I still want to introduce in this plugin, and I really love people using my plugin. So that's the one obvious thing that I can say as of right now. Like I really love doing this. I really love people using this, and I want to focus on this. So that's it.
Oh, interesting. So you're running Sisyphus Labs, right?
Yeah, the Twitter
group, I think. Yeah, it's like it's a maintainer group, Discord group.
So the Sisyphus Labs is actually running by my friend. I sometimes log into that account, but it's managed by my friend. The reason why I named it as a labs is because I've done so many experiments in this small room, and I felt like, well, if I have done this kind of so many experiments in my room, I can say like this room is literally a lab. And now I have Sisyphus and rebranded it, so like I can say like Sisyphus Labs. So mostly my friend and me is doing some researches and experiments on as a name of Sisyphus Labs. And there are so many unintroduced stuff that you guys will so surprised. So yeah, stay tuned.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to like monetize this one, or like you're going to still like maintain this forever or for free?
Yeah, oh-my-opencode, the project itself is, you can think of it like a just typical open source project.
Okay.
I don't know, like, this is now running by my passion. So, like every other project does, just to maintain, like there will be at some point there will be some moments that I have to raise money or get some funded, get some sponsorship or whatever, because I have to maintain it, right?
Yeah, so true. Okay, so like what is your OpenCode team's reaction? The OpenCode recently released the OpenCode Black.
Yeah.
Well, I think like this is based on the OpenCode. So like I think like OpenCode would be interested in kind of like I don't know, some like making this plugin official or not.
So I think first of all, the OpenCode community doesn't like me.
Oh, why? What happens there?
They all think my plugin is like super bloated.
Oh, really?
And I can understand that why they're thinking like that, because they're kind of a Linux users, right?
Yeah.
And I made some kind of a Ubuntu, so it is totally understandable that they don't like me. But Ubuntu is worth it, right?
Yeah, it's really worth it.
Yeah, and like the OpenCode plane itself should be remain as a very pure and plain.
Yeah.
That's the same opinion that I think, and maybe the OpenCode team is thinking as the same way.
Oh, really? Oh.
Like they introduced new plan mode yesterday or today, and their plan mode is pretty similar to what oh-my-opencode offers. So maybe some good features from my plugin will be, natively integrated to the OpenCode.
Okay.
But I cannot lose, so I'm gonna keep shipping it.
Okay, so you were the friend of OpenCode while competitor of OpenCode.
Yeah, I'm on that ecosystem, I'm on the platform, but like competing to the core team, I don't know.
Wow, it's a really like complex, like love and hate relationship.
Yeah, boy, I really have to say this. Like, on the Chinese community, the oh-my-opencode got viral really a lot, and that is one of the reasons why OpenCode got so much attention.
Yeah, so true. So everybody knows OpenCode because of oh-my-opencode.
Yeah, they got all my credits. I should say this. But like, still, I also get benefit from the existing big community and ecosystem. So I'm really thankful for that. But like, I'm kind of regretting of like, oh, did I have worked of this? But like, looking at the recent dramas happened with the OpenCode and Anthropic, I thought like, oh
yeah. You
that
conflict between OpenCode and Anthropic.
Yeah, I could have literally got those love letters from the Anthropic.
Yeah, so true. Interesting. Okay, so we're okay. So do you want to give a quick demo here, or what you think?
Yeah, the demo would be great.
Yeah, let's do a demo.
Yeah. So. Great. So make my terminal bigger. I don't know if it's gonna work well or not, but this is live demo, and I think all of the viewers of this video will can understand this. So let's give it a try. So okay, so this is OpenCode code base. This is OpenCode code base, and I'm gonna sync it with the recent version. What I want to do right now is that OpenCode has a tool called Task. The Task is actually the same thing on the Cloud Code, which is the tool for spawning sub-agents. But the problem is it does not have some background sync feature. So I had to make my own version of task implementation, which is called the Sisyphus task. So what I want to do is right now, okay, so let's show you how the situation is in here. And what I want to do is I'm going to compare how it is differently rendered on the Sisyphus task vs the default task. Can you please call both of tools as a task? So yeah, this is pretty big, but like, okay, you have to use English. So this is from the user prompt submit hook, which is a Cloud Code compatible layer. So every time I write the prompts, it this kind of thing injected every time. So this is my pretty unique setup. Anyway, so it's gonna call this Sisyphus task tool here, and it also calls the general task thing here, right? As you can see from this, the UI is pretty different. The reason is that the Sisyphus task is just a normal custom tool. And the task is a special tool recognized as an OpenCode client native thing. So okay, so here's the OpenCode, and the OpenCode code base is opened in here. So I'm gonna, Sisyphus task. So there's a tool called Sisyphus task, which is a sub-agent tool called custom implementation of my OpenCode and task, which is a native tool of OpenCode offers. The problem of this thing, the Sisyphus task, is because they do not offer the way to customize on the TUI, the Sisyphus task is rendered as a weird tool. It's a normal tool. So I'm going to demonstrate how it would look like. So you must use English for now. Please task call of Sisyphus task versus task. Using by spawning export task. So you can ignore the above thing because it's from my custom hook from the Cloud Code. So as you can see from this, it's different, right? The Sisyphus task in here is just rendered as a simple tool. But still, at the same time, it's also spawning the task inside of it. So as you can see from this, we have to explore sub-agents behind of this. But the problem is, it is rendered pretty different. But what I want to do right now is to make some ways to let plugin to render it as a task tool. So what I want, the ideal state would be the Sisyphus task is also rendered as a task tool. Okay, so this is V3. You have a new agent called Prometheus, which is a planner agent. So what I want to do is like, as I said earlier, on the TUI, the Sisyphus task is rendered as a normal custom tool, which is actually a task tool inside of it, but we can not see it as a task tool calling like a native implementation of task tool of OpenCode. This source code. So I want to make a way to Sisyphus, the plugin to make a specific tool calling as a task UI stuff. So as I said earlier, it's gonna interview me. So I just said about my requirement, the request that I want to make on here, and it's spawning those explore agents behind of here, and it's waiting for the results, right?
Waiting for the result, yeah. It's just a parallel explorator. So it's like kind of the same task or assigned to the parallel agent. Are the parallel agents share the same model or different models?
It depends on the agent's name or the agent category. Just because we said about the I accidentally closed it.
So like when it comes to using a GPT-5 Pro, then we do know that the Pro mode uses multiple asynchronous agents and do both based on the result of the async agent. Like the beam search, right?
I don't know how it would be implemented in a way, but I think it would be pretty different because the explore agents on here, it's gonna look at a very different side of the code base.
Okay.
So the model, the agent on here knows this explore agent call as a kind of a contextual grab.
Okay. So like each parallel agent or assigned to like different roles when it comes to exploring stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I don't know, some kind of background tasks have completed.
Okay.
Yeah, all background tasks completed. So as you can see from this, while those background tasks is running on the behind, the main agent itself also does its work when it thinks it's required to do so.
Yeah, it's like asynchronous group is now working on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's looking for
So here's a quick question: like, are there any some like tasks or difference between certain tasks are linked to the different tasks? What I mean is that like in order for a specific task to be started or finished, like other tasks should be finished so that it should get the result of the other like tasks, right? Or there are other tasks do need to get kind of dependencies on other tasks. So manage to do a linkage.
So that's a really good question. It's the main agent decides that too. So when it got sufficient informations to work on with, and cancel every background agents running behind of it. So it says somehow Korean. Hey, use English. So it's gonna use English and ask me again.
Well, interesting. Yeah. What the user asks. So my failures. Wait, actually, yeah. So it's 4.5. Yes. Cool.
You're right. Let me identify my failures, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
So, yeah, this is weird because it somehow thinks that it knows how to, it thinks that it can implement. So, I'm going to, do some wordings on here, and you are gonna make plans, bro.
Yeah, that happens every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we reduce those kinds of the glamorous like responses? What do you think? I think like Claude is really blotting itself a lot of times compared to like OpenAI Codex or Gemini stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean? Like a bloated code or?
Yeah, the bluffing. Like, well, they didn't do something's task, but they behave like they do something like in a tangible manner.
Yeah. I think it would be the best if the models are aligned well, like a Codex does. Like Codex is super aligned, right?
That's really aligned.
On the other hand, like some Claude similar models like GLM or some real Claude models, they do some hallucinations and they do kind of bluffing and they're really lazy, right?
I think super lazy, yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of models, nature led me to create these kind of stuff.
Have you tried any GLM or Minimax, like Chinese models?
Yeah, those Chinese models are great, but they are great only with using it as a sub-agent.
Okay, gotcha. So like for example, like GLM model is good for like which model, like which like sub-agent, like librarian or?
Yeah, GLM is. I think it's not a good choice to make it as a librarian because they have lots of hallucination issues.
Okay.
Yeah, but still it's a good to go choice because actually the default model setup of librarian is actually GLM. So GLM is just good for some simple logic writing, like a typical backend stuff.
Typical backends, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, it somehow created plans, but it used to ask me more of questions. It's a beta thing, so yeah,
that's a really good thing.
Yeah. So the test complement to support metadata. So I think it made some plans pretty alright because what it is trying to do is actually there's a field for metadata that is also exposed for the plugin APIs too. And what it is trying to do is to make some render as stuff and exposing it as to create option to render as some specific component. So I think it's so far doing made plans pretty alright. I think that's because I think that's the reason why I have not asked so many questions because it was enough.
Gotcha. I don't understand. Yeah. Thanks for doing a demo here. Cool.
Anyways,
yeah.
So we've done some precise planning, right?
Yeah, precise planning.
Yeah, all of the contextual informations that are required are on here, although it is very small. So but by writing this start work on here, it's like a more specified of Ralph, I should say. So the plan document on here have some checkbox like a to-do list, right? It cannot stop until all of these checkboxes are marked as completed.
Gotcha.
So it started working session. By the way, I use Sonnet 4.5 1 million model, but with the 0.5 million context window name.
Is it Sonnet 4.5 1 million model is good at like retrieving long context?
Yeah, they're in my experience is when they go over then 0.5 million, then they all go down. But before they exceeding that, it's pretty great to use. Smart enough to being an orchestrator, and the more context the orchestrator it has, it can catch off those mistakes that it generates, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So since this is a orchestrator, it delegates the work instead of working itself. So here's where the thing that I have mentioned is seen on here. So the category Ultrabrain is on here, right? I cannot remember what model it would be, but it was like it would be the Ultrabrain would be Opus 4.5 or GPT 5.0. I'm not sure. And the orchestrator Sisyphus is guided to do some prompting in a really detailed way. Because it has to leverage some cheap, small models.
Gotcha. Some small and cheap models.
Yeah. So that's the recipe of how to leveraging those cheap China models.
Oh, nice one. Yeah.
So we can see what's happening inside of here. So yeah, GPT 5.0. 5 here is in here, and since the model marked it as a ultra brain, we have GPT 5.2 in here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of GPT, to be honest. So it's gonna take the whole day to finish this.
Yeah. GPT 5.2 takes really long.
Yeah. I'm just curious, why do you use Codex these days a lot?
Oh well, like Codex is really for me, Codex is really like intelligent enough. So when it comes to using like X high, it's really like long. But at least if I do know what to do, the Codex is really accomplished the task very well. Yeah. So if you do not know what to do, like for me, I prefer to talk with GPT 5.2 Pro or Gemini 3 Pro after like dumping the whole code bases and discussing each other to understand what should I do. And when it comes to simple tasks, well, Codex is really amazing. So like I do use other like CLI agent like oh-my-opencode or like Cloud Code is a really last resort one, but like
really?
Yeah. Well, I don't believe that much Cloud Code about it. So like yeah, if I feel like some difficulties in working with, then I do try to use that one. But my primary choice in this case is a Codex.
Dear Entropic, I don't agree with him, and I really love Cloud.
Interesting. Yeah, but it's always good. Like, well, at least that they launched the skills and they launched lots of new features, and OpenAI is like always a copycat.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do. It's really no difference to the oh-my-opencode with Codex. Like they only taste kind of the fruit of the Anthropic.
Yeah, true. I think it's not have done some modifications. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's why we need some orchestrator. So right after every task is done, the orchestrator is okay. Network. I think the code is not working for you right now.
Okay.
Anyway, so okay, maybe it's bug or something, but like every time the Sisyphus task, this tool, I mean like the delegationing is happened, the orchestrator Sisyphus gets some system reminder that sub-agents often lie that they report.
Yeah. Because sub-agent is typically like small models. Like I think like they do have hallucination or even like word in that way.
Yeah, just by guiding to the main orchestrator that sub-agents is all liar and they are not truthful enough. So this is kind of an adversarial agents prompts.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anyways, because it got so it has done some verification and like the critical issue identified, blah blah blah, and like it has not done some implementation, so it does some resuming thing. Maybe it called the same agent. So we can see inside of Button here, and it seems like maybe it's because I ran it right after the planning. Then like we can restart it.
Oh, restart. Oh, nice.
It's because we have that notepad thing. It's pretty. It's actually okay to clear the whole session and start from the scratch.
So yeah, I really love like notification like gave by the oh-my-opencode when finishing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a notification that happens like with the notepad icons.
Great.
Yeah.
I think
even though Cloud Code does not have a notification tab.
Yeah. I love entropy.
Interesting. Well, it's the same applies to Codex as well.
Yeah. But in terms of TUI, I think Codex is clearly the winner.
I do agree about point too.
Yes. So because we have done some kind of resuming, it recognizes it as a resume. And yeah, because it is resuming, it tries to figure out what was done and like what was happening on here. And after all this figuring out thing is done, it starts to delegate. I think this is simple enough, so maybe Ultrawork is not required, but this is
Doing Ultrawork?
So it picked the general category on the spot.
Mhm.
So general category is, if I'm remembering right, I said it as a GLM.
Mhm.
Yeah, GLM, which is a perfect fit because it's like a simple logic thing, right?
Mhm.
So just like the Sisyphus main agent, these Sisyphus juniors cannot stop until all of these to-do is completed.
Mhm.
So you can think of it like a Ralph loop inside of Ralph loop.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
This Ralph loop happens every time. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a kind of stressful thing for those model providers because it's actually
So true.
happening more and more tokens to get like a better quality, right?
So true. So true.
But these Chinese, models are super cheap to, influence. I think so. So this is the plan, like a $3 plan.
A $3. Okay, GM $3 plan. Oh wow.
Yeah, and they perform really well.
Yeah, so you save a lot of money while doing a competitive engine.
Yeah. But stupid.
Well, that's compared to like frontier models.
Yeah, I mean, like thinking about the prices, it's totally acceptable, but still.
Gotcha.
What is your favorite model, by the way?
My favorite model, well, for me, this is Gemini 3 Pro. Yeah, I do like Gemini 3 Pro.
How come?
Well, Gemini 3 Pro doesn't take that much mistake.
Well, like it's really not good at cold calling, right?
Yeah. So I do mean like in general.
In general.
In general, like when I have some questions to ask, or if I have some discussions, I do talk with Gemini 3 Pro. And if I do need to code that, I work with GPT 5.2 codecs.
What I found these days is that GPT-5 series models, especially the codex models, seems to write code in a style of like a problem solving, like a lit code style.
Yes, so true. It's really like undecipherable in some sense.
But you still like it.
Oh well, so basically I do give kind of like some clear style guideline and to inject it. So I do have some basic Python guideline, and I do wrap it in the skills, and I just
yeah, that's the way to use. They really they're really good at following the instructions, right?
Yeah. So like when it comes to like working with the 5.2, like it tries to like add some like new unnecessary defensive logic, and when it comes to writing a Python, like for example, I'm using a Python tick, so it's totally acceptable to directly access to the class member, but like when it comes to GPT codecs, like it doesn't have that much like context, so it tries to like revalidate whether the class member really exists. So they call them get attr, has attr, other types of the Python native method they call. So it adds some slight overhead when it comes to access to a specific member, or they assign to some variables. So yeah, I do totally acceptable when it comes to like coding serial agent, because like it doesn't lack some context, but like I don't expect that much on the code, so that's why I try to unwrap those ideas on the skills.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's doing some work.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Another question that I'm curious of is that how many sessions do you run in parallel?
Well, it's up to 2. I don't run that much sessions by myself.
That's wow.
Yeah, well, I once run around 30 or 40 sessions at once before. Like, I do really love to teach some coding serial agent to how to manage the code, how to manage the tmux terminal.
Yeah.
So that even like codecs can call keystroke to tmux, or even it can monitor the loads of the tmux. So that I can put like one single orchestrator in front of the codecs terminals.
Yeah.
And when it comes to codecs terminal, like each codecs terminal has kind of the codecs inside it, and the codecs manages the codecs terminal, and the codecs terminal, each terminal has like sub agent wish like codecs there. So I do prefer to use it if I really need to do it. But like, well, I just want to look at what happens there, and I just want to give a feedback there. So well, this kind of the how can I say the overhead of my mind. So that's what I just try to use on Opto 2, and I just try to like make myself not to forget whether I at least give a prompt, at least I like do commit, or at least I do proceed with it or not. Yeah. So like it's kind of like it sounds like kind of reversing the some traditions, reversing some practices. Yeah, but I just want to like feel myself like things done by myself. So that's why I'm doing it. Less work.
Yeah.
Less work.
Here's like, do they, doesn't lost in control? Like, I mean, imagining like Codex try to control all those, inside Codex, inside Tmux, they run Codex inside. Like,
they are really good. They're really, really, really good. So yeah, I would say it is up to human to reduce their work, like reduce unnecessary work they do. So well, and the thing is like, well, in these days of the AI coding stuff, like it is, I think it's really important thing is to have myself kind of the feeling that I participating on their work too. So if not, like I'm losing my kind of passions on programming. I do not feel that whether I feel kind of a bit of achievement when it comes to working. So that I just want to like kind of participate in AI agent work.
Okay.
So that's what I just try to limit the sessions, or limit the burden of the work that I do.
So you're like a true programmer, right? I'm doing all of this stuff to not.
Yeah, I know. It's like kind of vending machines, like kind of putting out the code. Yeah. Well, but I do think this is a future. Yeah, because like, well, there's a 10x and there's 100x possible. So AI is getting smaller, and the humans are getting dumber. It's really huge thing. Yeah, so when you get to like any kinds of some seminars there, like they say that like humans are getting dumber because of the AI, and that's true. So humans are really getting dumber. So we need to align with the AI. It's really undeniable fact.
But we're doing all of this to be more dumb.
Yeah. So there's no way. Yeah. So I just want to keep my very last humanity by myself. That's my dream though.
That's really good thing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the news are getting long. So yeah, thanks for like showing off those here, and yeah, it's really good to see how it goes.
Yeah, although it's saying Korean, but like it seems like everything is working as expected, because after the task is completed, it does some verification, like a never trust the sub-agent client thing, and like it does verification by itself, like verification, and like it checks all of this stuff, and after all of these have done, it writes those its learnings into the notepad, like I've said.
Gotcha.
So yeah, maybe we can check it to compile the OpenCode source space to see it, but like if to do so, maybe we have to work on the OpenCode oh-my-opencode plugin too, so it will be like
super very nice though. Yeah, you find a lot of the deficit there.
Yeah, I'm like it's working fine, I think.
Yeah, it's really nice thing. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to the slide, and let's wrap things up. Okay. So I just wonder what's your perspective on the roles of the engineers or roles of the builders in the future? And I just want to know like what's your upcoming kind of directions or upcoming goals. So since like you got a lot of tractions there, and you might consider like what engineers should do. Like since like you have worked for around more than lots of years as some software engineer. So what's your future outlook? What's your philosophy for your future?
I think it's the greatest timing to bet on the AI agents will solve the coding problems in general. So I don't know, programmers, I mean like software engineers would remain as a software engineer, and I think more software engineers would come out, because now we can see these dramatic productivity gains thanks to these amazing technology, and the qualities would got much better, and the things that we can do with this would be dramatically much more. So I don't know, it's like a Devon's paradox. I forgot what was the exact name, but like the thing is, since we have a really great tool to make all of those programmers to be like 10x engineers, we will have softwares that have 10x more quality or 10x more features, I think.
So true.
Which means the overall the minimum bar would gonna raise a lot. Like those minimum requirements that public or the customers require for softwares would be significantly, those standards would go up, because now we can create those great tools really easily. In general, what we do, like the writing code, would be disappeared, like not 100 disappeared, but like mostly we will work with those agents, and we will, our major role in general will be like managing those AI agents. But still, software engineers will remain as software engineers, and they'll do whatever they've done so far. Just we're having more abstraction layers, like we have seen from other software revolutions.
So true. Yeah, it's really good idea. I also agree upon the point. Like, although like AI agent does write lots of the writing a code and doing a plan, but at least like human needs to manage those. Well, AI also like orchestrates the other AI stuff, but at least human beings should be kind of find responsibility to like confirm the work and get responsibility if something goes wrong. So like, well, it seems like in the developing countries we are in the low fertility rate, right? So like humans are decreasing and workforce is now decreasing, and AI is doing a lot of work, and I think that it's like a check and balance are being met, I think.
Well, like there are so many people getting afraid about like programmers are gonna disappear. Like
yeah. Even I got a LinkedIn message 30 minutes ago that from the random iOS engineer that well, I'm very regretful that whether I can work as some engineer more or not. So please, I got a LinkedIn message. So
really?
Yeah. So it's like every engineers are very being worried about it.
Yeah, but like I think they're being afraid because they have not seen like the pushing the to see the limitations, right?
Yeah, so true. So they have never experienced on those frontiers coding here. So like you might be able to find a place where it fails or where it needs some additional kind of feedbacks upon it. So this I agree upon it. So there's no reason to get panic.
Yeah, like just like we have to, it is getting scared, of course, because like it's kind of denying the whole philosophy, maybe.
Okay.
But like at some point you will see, like everybody will see its limitations and the capabilities that it has.
So true. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for having today's talk today. So how was it for today's talk?
Like we talked really long, right?
Yeah, we talked 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah. So I think you've done. So actually, you gave me some kind of interview paper or something, but we never went to.
Yeah. We never referenced it. Yeah.
So yeah, I think the overall it was very smooth and it was really enjoyable to talk with you.
Yeah.
And plus we never had this kind of a long talk before, right?
Yeah. So it's really like honorable for me to have like some discussions.
Yeah, I was so pleased. So that's
I'm really pleased too. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so and I think you speak very well today, so I'm really thankful about it.
Thank you.
Okay, so thanks for like having us here, and we will see you soon. And please download the oh-my-opencode there. Do a star, give a star. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.